Hello guys, and welcome to another video from Vintage Radar. Today we are going to be unboxing the Invicta Pro Diver Automatic with the 40mm case. That is the reference number 89260B with a price tag of around $75. This exact model was released in 2011, but there are previous Invicta Pro Diver watch models as well. Now, if you're new to the channel guys and enjoy this type of videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also check out our website vintageradar.com because we have thousands of vintage watches for sale. Link in the description below. So in this video guys, we are going to be doing the unboxing, and also I'm going to give you my initial review as I have worn the watch for a couple of days and can tell you a lot of information and everything about the watch. So we are going to be talking about pricing, dimensions, bracelet, movement, why I believe this is the best diver watch for the money, and also a great first watch for people looking for something sporty, stainless steel, and that also has diving capabilities with an iconic look, so the Submariner look, the Rolex Submariner look. I am going to leave timestamps in the description so that you can jump to what best interests you. However, I recommend that you watch the entire video because you do not want to miss on any details. Now, before we dive into the watch review, we also need to talk a little bit about the Invicta watch brand. So it was founded in 1837 in Chaux-de-Fonds in Switzerland. It was acquired by American owners, and they also bought the Swiss watch manufacturer Glycine in 2016. Now, this is a brand that you either love or hate because a lot of people complain about their big, bulky watches, also their different partnerships with Disney, Marvel. Now, the only watch where the community seems to come together is this exact one, the Invicta Pro Diver. I have seen some videos online where people showcase their almost 20-year-old Invicta Pro Diver watches, and they still find them great and they are still in working condition, which is great. So guys, let's start with the unboxing. If you enjoyed this watch, you can check the link in the description below in order to buy it on Amazon. The first thing that we want to look at is the watch box. As you can see, you have a very nice presentation box, the yellow with the Invicta logo here on the front. Then when you open it, as you can see, we have the warranty card right here. Then we have the watch here. Let me pull that out. It has this very beautiful support. I have removed a few links in order to adjust the watch for my sizing. Here is also the Invicta tag, so pretty nice. This is a very good high quality watch box for the price point. I would say it is above other watch brands such as Casio or Seiko for the same price range. Now let's talk about the design. Right from the get-go, you can see that it looks identical to a Rolex Submariner, a watch that has been copied by so many brands out there due to its perfect design. We can call this a Rolex homage watch, which is also almost identical in dimensions and also the weight of it. On the other hand, you can see that we have Invicta, so the Invicta logo almost everywhere on the watch. So we have it on the dial, on the second hand, on the crown, also on the side right here, and also on the back of the watch on the rotor, and also on the bracelet. So you have Invicta depicted everywhere, so they are not trying to pretend they are a different watch brand as others do out there. Now, when it comes to the specs of the watch, you have a diameter case of 40mm with a depth of 14mm, so the case thickness is 14mm. I've seen some people say that it is quite a bulky watch. Then you have the lug to lug distance, which is 48mm. This will make it to look even bigger on the wrist compared to 40mm. Then you have the bandwidth, which is 20mm, and also it has a weight of around 150 grams, so you also have to keep that in mind when you purchase this watch. And the case is stainless steel as well as the bracelet. We have the aluminum bezel insert, and also it has a mineral glass. Now, moving to the dial, as I mentioned, it has a mineral glass, which is normal for this price range. You cannot expect it to be sapphire crystal, such as some people do. We have Invicta, so the Invicta logo at 12 o'clock. Then we have the Invicta logo also on the second hand. If you look on the opposite part of the pointing arrow. Then we have the Mercedes hour hand. We have luminescent hour markers and watch hands, quite weak compared to other divers, so you cannot rely on the luminescence of the hour markers and the watch hands if you want to actually go diving with this watch. Then at 6 o'clock we have written automatic, professional, 200 meters, water resistant. As you can see, it is an automatic. It also has a manual winding option. We are going to discuss that when we arrive at the movement. Then we have the 200 meters of water resistance, and that is also due to the fact that you have a screw down crown and a screw down back. Here at 3 o'clock you can see that it has Cyclops, so it features the same design as the Rolex Submariner. I would say that the Cyclops is very good. You have a very big date window. The numbers can be read very easily, so that is a very big plus when it comes to this face of the dial of the watch. Then we arrive at the bezel. As I mentioned, it is an aluminum bezel insert. It is a unidirectional bezel. It has 120 clicks. It has a little bit of bounce, and something that I could see on the watch is that it is quite hard to rotate the bezel. So this is something that I have seen other people complain about it online, but most of the people do not face this issue. Now what I have seen, in order to make it go even smoother, you use your palm and try to rotate it with your palm, and if you do this for a couple of times, after that it will actually be easier for you to rotate the watch bezel. Given the price point, so around $75 to $100, you cannot expect a watchmaker to manually verify, so to go through each and one of these watches and inspect everything. That is why you can expect to have very minor flaws, nothing very serious. Then we are going to go to the main case of the watch, which is stainless steel. It is brushed, so very nice finishing on the watch. That is something that you can see right from the get-go. And something that divides the community into two is this Invicta writing written right here on the side, so on the left side of the watch. I would say that this is something that doesn't bother me very much, because if you wear the watch with a long sleeve or a shirt, it will actually cover this part of the watch and you won't be able to see it, so that would be something to know. On the other side, you will have the watch crown, which, as you can see, it is a signed crown. It is a screw down crown, so you also have to take that into consideration, for example, because you always want to screw it back in if you were to go inside water with the watch. Moving to the back of the watch, you can see that it features an exhibition case, so a see-through back where you can actually see the movement, the Seiko NH35 movement. We also have a screw down back, which is once again a very big plus on the watch. And as you can see, we have some writing here, which writes the model number, stainless steel, and also water resistant to 200 meters. Then you also have Invicta written once again, so on the case back. I really love the colored rotor that they have placed on this watch. This is a very nice touch from Invicta. And now we arrived at maybe my favorite part of this watch, which is the movement. I would definitely recommend to order the automatic compared to the quartz in terms of quality versus price difference. Also, you get the screw down crown for the automatic compared to the pull and push on the quartz watch. This is the Seiko NH35A movement, that is a 24 jewels automatic with 21,600 beats per hour. It hacks and hand winds, which means that if you unscrew the crown, you can actually rotate it to the right, and that will actually wind the watch. And if you pull the crown to the last position, in order to adjust the time, the seconds hand will stop, and that means that this movement has a hacking as well. The accuracy of the movement is really good. I have tested for several days and I would say that it was perfect. I've seen a lot of people online that praise this movement. It is a movement that is used by other micro brands as well, but they charge above $200 for their watches. So that is something that makes this watch even more valuable because you get this movement at $75. The bracelet of the watch is stainless steel. I would say that it is very good for the price. You can see a little bit of movement, so there is a little bit of gap between the links, but I wouldn't say that it bothers me. You have brushed and polished surfaces, so you have polished at the center of the links, very nice finishing. So you have the brushed case that continues right here with the brushing, and in the middle you have polished links. Then here we have the Invicta logo. Then you have the pressed clasp, which feels very, very good, and also you get these sounds. So I would say that this is very well built. Here you have 4 micro adjustment when you want to adjust your bracelet, and also you have the pressed pins, so that will make it very easy for you to adjust the bracelet. Here are a few of the links that I have removed. As you can see, you also have the arrows that point to which direction you should actually push the pins out. That is something very easy to do by yourself if you have a basic watchmaker toolkit. You have enough links to fit either small or larger wrists, so that is something once again very cool about the Invicta Pro Diver. You will have even larger wrist size for the 43mm automatic. I will leave a link in the description to that as well. Now let's also check it on the wrist. As you can see, it looks very, very good. As I have mentioned, if you wear a long sleeve, it will actually cover this Invicta logo on the side, so that is something quite cool. I would say that it is a very nice watch. I do not prefer the bracelets, so I do not like watches on bracelets because they feel very heavy, and also when it is very cold outside I don't like it, but that is a personal preference. So if you like bracelets, I am pretty sure you will like this one as well. Now we are going to move to the overall impression and feedback. So I'm going to start with the positives. So why I think this is a great watch and you should consider buying it. So the first thing is that it comes in a very cool box, so that is a very big plus. It has very good quality compared to other watch boxes out there. The packaging is great. Now when it comes to the looks of it, I would say this is very, very nice. This is something that people will either love or hate, so you get that iconic Rolex Submariner look, but for a fraction of its price, so around 100 times cheaper than the Rolex Submariner. Also, once again, they have the Invicta logo all over the watch, so they are not trying to pretend something that they are not. Then you have the very good inbuilt quality, so you have a stainless steel case, stainless steel bracelet, aluminum rotating bezel, cyclops. Yes, you have the mineral glass, but you have the screw down crown and the screw down back. You have an incredible movement. Once again, maybe this is something that I like the most about this watch. You have the Seiko NH35 movement. You also have the exhibition case, which is something very nice, with the yellow rotor on the back, something that I like a lot. You have a screw down back and a screw down crown, thus you have the 200 meters of water resistance. I would say that this is maybe the best diver out there to start your collection with, and also something that you can invest and only spend under $100. The movement has hacking and manual winding, which is a big plus compared to other models that you are going to find out there. And the last thing that I want to point out is that on Amazon you can find various models, you have various colors, which is great because maybe you want to go with a Pepsi look with blue, yellow, green, and so on. Also, you have the 43mm, so you have larger cases as well available on Amazon, link in the description below. Now we are going to jump to the negatives, so the minuses when it comes to this watch. I'm going to also include here the design because this is something that many people do not like. Yes, it is an iconic watch, so the Rolex Submariner look, but some say it is an unoriginal design. Now, something that a lot of you have pointed out, the Invicta logo on the side. This is something that some even go as far as to even polish it, so remove it. I wouldn't recommend that. As I have mentioned, I do not find it disturbing, and also the sleeve will actually cover it. Then you have the quality control. So this is something that many of you might not like, but you cannot expect something that costs $75 to be water pressure tested, also to have a watchmaker that tests the movement. That is why you might see something like the bezel to be a little bit harder to rotate, maybe the watch strap to be more or less flimsy. So you might find or not a few signs of lower quality control here and there. I have seen that most people have no issues and they really enjoy the watch. Then something that you need to take into consideration is the thickness. So this will actually look pretty thick on the wrist. That is something that some people say. So it goes quite a lot above your wrist. The last minus about the watch is the actual lume, because a lot of people complain about it online and it will go away pretty fast. So you cannot rely on it if you really want to go diving with this watch. I'm also going to insert a small video with this so that you can see the actual lume of the watch. So guys, that was the full unboxing and my initial review about the Invicta Pro Diver watch. I would say that overall I am very happy with the purchase. It is a great watch, very nice on the wrist. I have gotten a lot of compliments for it, and also I also need to go and test it inside water, so to test the water pressure, the diving capabilities. But other than that, if you want to invest into a diving watch and you don't want to break the bank, you should definitely try and purchase the Invicta Pro Diver. Once again, link in the description below. If you have a bigger wrist, consider buying the bigger version. You can also play with the colors. So if you enjoy this type of videos, guys, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments below if you own an Invicta watch, what are your thoughts about the Invicta Pro Diver watch, and I'm going to see you on the next video.